Hello and welcome to Dorchester Baptist Church online. In a week's time I'm going to be the best man at my best friend's wedding, and over the past week I've been considering what I might say. We've known each other since we were at school, it's a very long time, and we've had many adventures together. We've got into all sorts of scrapes, lots of happy times but also some sad times. How do I summarise who Mike is? What are the memories that I should share on that special day? As I've reflected on this, I started to wonder what someone might say about me. You see, I got married when I was 22, and that's a long time ago. But what if today, after all those years, my close friends stood up and talked about me? The good, the bad, and sometimes, if I'm honest, the ugly. Just imagine though, for a moment, if there were a friend who was with you every day of your life, so they got to see everything you ever did. Just imagine, what if that friend stood up and spoke about your life? Imagine though, what would it be like if not only had he seen what you did, but knew what you were thinking? If this friend were to tell others who you really were, what would they say? Well, Jeremiah 1 verse 5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you." Luke 12:7 says, "Why, even the hairs on your head are numbered." Here's the good news today. No matter how many past mistakes, failures and mess-ups, God, who based on those two scriptures knows everything about you, says that he's for you. Romans 8:31 says, "So what are we going to say about these things? If God is for us, who can be against us?" You see, there's more. You see, this is the good news. Despite anything you've ever done, God is for you. But the scripture goes on. You see, it gets even better, because the scripture goes on in verse 32 and it says this: "He didn't spare his own son, but gave him up for us." This is the good news of the Christian faith, and the good news for each one of us today. Maybe today, just imagine what God might say if he were to speak at your wedding. If he were, as to say, the best man, he'd stand up, I think, and he'd say, despite the fact he knows everything about you, the good, the bad and the ugly, I'm sure he'd stand up and he'd say, "I'm for you. I've paid the ultimate price to call you my son or my daughter." We hope you have a great week, and we'll catch up with you again soon. Thanks very much.